Hello everyone, this is Armory Smith Workshop. My name is Vyacheslav Perepelitsa and it will be a small video review of our Valardi helmet, named after the Valardi code. There is medieval images, if I'm not mistaken. This helmet is for reenactors only. This Bascinet with a fairly common fastening of the visor named club visor. The visor is removable. Here there is a detail that turns, then rises a bit on top of the pins and is removed. And now the visor is removed. At the same time, the visor is not fixed in the closed position. There were no buttons, no hooks, no straps, no laces in the original to fix the visor in the closed position on the helmet. This one is not exception. I don't know what exactly was the reason for this construction during the Middle Age. It possibly that the knight at full gallop could quick and sharply close the visor, fly into the formation of enemies and immediately rise it, or even a quick unfasten, because this detail in the battle is very dangling and the visor of the bird can easily fly off. So, it was in the Middle Ages that there were no additional fastening, only this detail, which snaps into the place when turning. It is there is a small step by means of which this part turns only one way. Here is a pressing. This is not enough for Behurt, but it should suffice for reconstruction. First, nonsense. There is no fixation of visor. It doesn't close. Second, why it cannot be used in sports? It is because, unlike most of the 14th-15th century bassinets, it doesn't have chin straps. To be honest, when someone wrote to me in social networks about the lack of belts, I didn't believe him. I began to look in the historical photos, started looking on the internet. How so? The straps have always been for everyone, but here's not present. I really don't find any such a bassinet with an os right here, at least for straps. For some reason there didn't patent, and without the belts it is very traumatic. If the helmet flies from you in the Behurt, then it's highly likely that someone will hit you on the naked head. So, you need to consider this. If you are engaging in reconstruction, it is worth remember that your armor may not be fully adapted to the sports Behurt. And people involved in a reconstruction need to understand that this is unsporting confrontation. This is the restoration of history, not the contest who is stronger or faster. The main thing about this is not to forget, even in the heat of the reconstruction staying in battle, because you can accidentally unwilling injure your friend. What more can be said? Almost all the bassinets from the 14th century to the beginning of the 15th had such a knightly protection for the neck, in other words, an aventail. Although the original didn't have an aventail, I especially watched on all the bassinets of that period. There were holes for vervail on which it was fixed. According to historical canons, the aventail should be on the bassinet. From the point of view of using it at festivals, it's quite convenient because it is possible to unfasten the visor, hang it on a belt or anywhere else, and go with an open face, on a hike, and in general anywhere. And in the case of the fight, you can take it on easily. And give that there is no such a task to overwhelm a person to score it, that he wouldn't stand up in the reconnaissance tournament and mass battles, then even if the visor is dangle, that's not a problem. I even heard the theory, it's not my theory, that this is how the knight fought. That it would clap and the air would come a little better, and when the knight on the horse could see ground a little better, and the arrows at the front and at the top don't fall into the face. Plus, there are several images of a sea battle of Spaniards or Italians where many knights are fight with an open visor upwards like this and with half-closed one that hang out like that. If anyone knows the correct answer, write in the comments why did they not fix the visor. Also, there is an opportunity to tie at least a lens. You can even put a leather cord this opening and tie the visor to the eventail and it will not open anymore. But it's gonna take too much time. It is necessary to close the visor, and in the armor it is all inconvenient to tie it. By the way, this bassinet is sold from our warehouse on the head about 56-57 centimeters in circumference. I need to clarify it on the site. I will not say for sure. We can add belts for fixation of the chin because human security depends on it. We can add even a strap to fix the visor or laces. Everything depends on the wishes of the client. There is not yet a living worn. If anyone buys and need to sew a lining, we'll discuss it. Helmet without hardening, the thickness is 2 millimeters. This is steel 65G, but without quenching. This is slightly stronger than steel 3. The hitch is made exclusively by hand with heat treatment. Here you can see the fine fit of all the details. The loop itself takes about a day and a half, and if you weld the dome separately it takes about a day, but this whole system takes a day and a half. That is the reason such a thing's noticeably higher in price than sport equipment. The visor is fixed in the right position. That is, he had dangles and claps. And on the top it's already fixed. I would certainly like to do so that it would be fixed in any position, but usually when I do a new thing, and it keeps normally, then in time it starts to stagger. Just a couple of movements, a few times to fig it, and that's all. Well, here it will be on top. That is as much as possible to twist it there. Just like this. And so, it's Valardi Bascinet for reconstruction. By the way, I could advise buyers who might want to increase the view, as in this notches very little seen. You can drill a few additional holes under the eye sockets. What will be more comfortable to walk or fight? Here, that is all. Thank you. Come on our site. We have a section in stock. Things that are sold from the warehouse. Maybe you look something for yourself. Thank you all and goodbye.